to Flipboom Classic 4.0. This lesson is on character design. Alright, so let's just learn how to do a very simple character. Now you could go into the library over here and probably find something that Toon Boom has added or Flipboom has added here that could be used for, I double clicked it and it could say my story. So, and it says my story on it. So make sure you close the library, grab the move tool or the select tool, and then move this around. And you could start your story like this, and then make sure you duplicate this picture by hitting the photocopy machine. Flip, flip, flip. And then when you go to the next frame, it would start here, and you could put a title by just writing it. You could put, let's say, dog. All right, if you write the word dog, and let's duplicate this frame by going photocopy 1, 2, 3. All right, so when you play this back, it's going to look like this. Let's go back to the very beginning. All right, so it goes pretty fast. So let's add maybe another few more of these dogs to it, and then scroll over and notice you're on frame number 12. Maybe add a couple more. All right, so we reached frame 15. Let's play it again. All right, so notice the duration of it stays longer. So if you wanted to tell your students to put my story and make that longer, then you would go back to the little that's supposed to be like a photocopy machine there, just to duplicate. And so now we've got 11 frames. Let's go one more. 12 frames for 1 second of footage that will be on the movie. So let's go back to the beginning. Okay, so now that is easier to read. So you can put 12 of the word dog. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, 10. And then 11, 12 would be 2 more. So 1, 2. So now we've added 12 frames on the original title, and then for 12 frames on the dog title. All right, so let's play. Okay, so now you understand how easy it is to add a title. So let's do, on the next one, the character of a dog. So I'm going to use the black, and I am going to draw a long ear. Now when you draw characters and you want to color them instantly, just make sure you know which colors you're going to be using, and I'm going to use this brown here. Press OK, color it in. Now I'm going to go on to the next part, and in Classic it's very simple to go ahead and just make a new library by clicking down here on the library. Go up here and go create collection, or you can go to an existing collection that you already may have, like this one. When we did this earlier, that we used this red ball, maybe we don't want that in there, and you can click delete on the keyboard and it will delete it. But you want this ear in there, so take this ear and whoops, we don't want to drag it over, we just want to select the whole thing and then click on the arrow and it'll stick the ear over here. Right? So this piece here can now be deleted. Alright, and so if you want to, you can bring this piece back out, and you remember it groups it, and now we can continue to build the dog by grabbing the paintbrush. And let's say that we're going to, whoops, instead of using that color, let's go back to the black. And let's test it. Sure enough, it works. Undo it. And let's say that the dog is going to be, I don't know if I like that shape. Let me click on the shape and then rotate it using this. And let me see, yep, I like that shape better for my dog's face. And I'm going to move it over here, color it. With which color? Well, let's go back over here. Whoops, not the library. Let's go to the color palette right down here. And you can select the same one or similar, or color it darker. All right. Then, again, we need to select this, and we need to move it over. And then we can delete this. And I know that it's taking time, and you're probably wondering, that's too hard for my students. But you know what? Kids can understand this. If you let them watch this tutorial, they will understand. The reason I put the head over here was so that it can get grouped, and now I can pull it back out and use it. Okay, now how do we get this in front of this? All right, so if once you click on this, you can, let's see if it will allow it to, yep, it's right over here. Okay, I want to put the ear in front of the dog head. We do it right here with this. So flip, there it is. Okay, we've got this one on top of that one. All right, and then we're going to grab this ear over here, all right, and bring it out. And this time, I want you to see how you're going to flip the ear across to the other side. Notice I grabbed it there. You can let it go right about there, or go a little bit more. And now we flip the drawing. This one we want to stick in the back. Okay? And then we want to rotate this dog. See this little dot right here? I mean, this dog ear. See this dot right here? You can grab it, move it, put it right up there, and rotate. It will rotate right around that dot. Okay, right around the pivot point. Okay, so I'm going to pull the ear out like that. Notice as soon as I touch it again, the dot replaces itself right in the center, relocates itself, and that's okay. That's normal. All right, so, okay. So far, we've got the dog's ears. Now let's draw the nose. Close this down. Let's grab the paintbrush, and let's grab black. Whoops, not there. We need to go right down here. And we can get black from the dead center. And let's draw a nose. Let's say right about like that. Now I don't want to color my nose right there, so I'm going to move it out here. And I'm going to color it away from my dog's face so that it doesn't stick black on top of these other colors. Now I'm going to grab it, go to the library with it. Whoops, I just messed up. You're not supposed to drag it to the library. You're supposed to touch this arrow. Click on it, and sure enough, there it is. I can now delete this one, crash, or send it to the trash, and then bring the nose back out. Notice it is grouped, so now we can put it here or wherever you want. Okay, and now I'm going to draw the eyes. Let me take the paintbrush, okay, and let me get white right here. Push OK, and I am going to just draw the eyeball right there, and the other one right about there. And now I'm going to take black, and I'm going to push OK on that, and I'm going to put his little eyeball there and there. Alright, and you can put some little whisker areas. Okay, so if you want to, you can put a little line through it so you can see, like stuffed animals, they have like stitches, you know, because they've been sewn together or whatever. So you can make it however you want. Now, how do you animate this? All right, first thing we're going to do is move the ears out of the way, and then move the nose out of the way. And we're going to put these, remember these eye pieces and things? Well, do we want to be able to move them? Well, then undo that. Make sure you put that eye back where it belongs. You can take this entire head, okay? Oops, don't grab the ear. Just grab the entire head right here. And you can throw it in the library. Oops, remember, library, we have to click this bottom arrow, throws it in there. And then we can delete this because it's, see how it's all where it can be moved. All right, so if you don't want to put the eyes stuck on the head, then you can separate them. You can delete these or move them over to the side and group them, put them back in the library and bring them back out. Okay, but I'm just going to throw this away, and I'm going to grab the head and bring it back out. And notice everything is grouped very nice. And we got a problem here with this ear. Bring it forward. Okay, this one goes in the back, and then this nose goes right there, but let's bring it to the front, and we're done. So how do we animate this? All right, we're still on frame 25. Well, we can hit the photocopy machine, make sure you're on that frame, and as soon as we do, notice it duplicated the dog on the next one, and here is where you can take this, move this over, and now grab the little lever and pull, push, do whatever you got to do to get this to animate. Take that little dot, put it right up there. Alrighty, and we can even drop the nose a little bit. And now, let's watch this animation. It's very short, it's going to be very fast. Whoop, we didn't even see it. So what happens there at the end? Stop it. Okay, just from one frame to the next. Notice that that's getting animated step by step. So now let's take this one and duplicate it with a photocopy machine over here. Click, and we can go a step further. Make sure you're on that layer. Click on it. Put this back. Pivot around. Whoops, don't move that. And let's move right there. And let's move this out a little bit more. And it's not hard. It's just time consuming. And then maybe the nose, bring it even down more. And not too far down. Okay, so let's take and see what happens there with these three. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. All right, let's put a fourth one on here. Photocopy machine, okay? And when we arrive here, notice that we can quickly just continue to flap this dog's ears, or whatever creature you may think he is. Maybe this time this nose goes back up, and we can play this. Okay? It's a very fast animation. So here's your title and all of that. Now if you don't want all these things, if you don't want all these titles, click on the first one and clicking negative until it all goes away and it reaches to this point where the dog is at. Alright, now we can push play there. Notice we've got like a flying, flapping dog face. Alright, I'm going to stop it there. I'm also going to stop the tutorial there. So make sure that you take advantage of drawing body parts here for your characters, dragging them in here so that it groups them, drag them back out, throw the original away, and then animate step by step like you watched me do here. Alright, so go ahead and continue and practice and learn and then share with your students and with others.